Hi, my name is Annette, and I am here from Word on Curve Podcast Studio. Thank you again for joining me here this evening. For those of you who are coming back, welcome back. Appreciate having you here. I'm a little under the weather. I have obviously caught a cold from somebody who knew they had a cold and still came out to a social event. I don't understand that, but I love them anyway. And so tonight we're here to talk about um, the bag. Is the bag heavy? Before we get started, remember your water or tea. I'm drinking tea tonight because, again, I'm under the weather. Fruit, that hydration is important. Moisturize your feet, hands, and face and mind your business. That's right. We're here tonight to talk about the bag. We've all been there. Carrying emotions, people's family problems, kids' problems, friends' problems. Everybody's problem becomes our problem somehow, some way. And then, those things that those people that we never stop giving to and they never stop taking, yeah, that bag gets heavy. So tonight we're unpacking. And for those of you who don't get it, don't repack. Please don't repack, right? I want to make a few points tonight. The first of which is you can't heal when you're holding on. And I don't care what, who, how, when, and where. If you are in fact trying to heal and you're holding on, it's going to be a tough job. Every time you replay what broke you, you reopen the wound. Every time you replay it. And look, I get it. It's not easy. How do I know it's not easy? Because I've been there. I know it's not easy. It doesn't always work out the way we expect it to. Healthy and healing needs space, especially space from the things that are heavy for us, not reminders. And sometimes, we jump into the reminders as if we don't realize that, we've been through something and we don't need to be there again just to make a point. And so the other point I want to make is that every fix is not your assignment. It's not. You got to know what your assignment is. You got to know where it comes from, because people will give you assignments on a regular basis all day long, every day, if you let them. Remember that. Every fix is not your assignment. Stop applying for jobs nobody hired you to do. This tea feels so good to my throat because of this cold. You're not the repair shop for grown people who refuse to change. And listen, the only people we can change is ourselves. We can't change anybody else. We spend a lot of time, excuse me, trying, but we can't change anybody else but ourselves. And you know how hard that is, right? You do know how hard that is for us to change even ourselves, right? And so the third point I want to make is that, peace weighs a whole lot less than pride. It does. It weighs a whole lot less than pride, right? Pride will have you suffering in silence just to look strong. You know how some people want to look strong all the time? Oh, I got this. I'm telling you right now, I don't have everything. And there are times when I'm weak, when I'm strong, when I'm right, and when I'm wrong. I am telling you, I'm not the one or the two when it comes to pretending. I live a normal life, a normal, sometimes right side up, sometimes upside down life. And as we're trying to fix everything and our pride is in the way, peace is whispering to us over and over again, put it down. It's not worth your energy. But somehow we just can't seem to figure it out. We just can't seem to figure it out. But I promise you, peace is a whole lot lighter, a whole lot lighter, a better load to carry than pride, right? So, examples, you're losing sleep over somebody who's snoring peacefully every night. That's pretty heavy. They're sleeping, but you're losing sleep out of what? Loyalty, love, commitment, family, friends. What? Why are you losing sleep over people who are sleeping? Especially you, sleeping you, not appreciating you. Oh, sorry about that. Not appreciating you. Yeah, you heard me. You're showing up for people who forget your name when they're good. That's emotional overpacking. And I promise you, TSA is not going to be the only one who stops you for your bag being overweight because you're carrying it. They're not the only ones that's going to stop you. Life is going to stop you. Your emotions are going to stop you. Your heart is going to eventually stop you or stop. Give it up. Turn it loose, baby. It's not worth it. You're pretending to be okay while your soul is waving a white flag like, I surrender, help me. And we're not listening. And we're not listening because our pride is in the way. Excuse me. We want to prove that we can do it. We want to prove that, not me. Mm-mm. I don't have any problem telling you I can't do it. There was a time, and that time repeats itself as life has a tendency to do when we don't listen, where I thought I was responsible for fixing everything. I thought it was my job to carry folks along. People who didn't know they were free yet. Those people. You'll get that one on the way home. So my soul was waving a white flag. That's not strength. That's struggle disguised. That's what that is. Yeah, struggle disguise. So, I learned a few things. I learned to say it when I feel it and release it because guess what? I am not responsible for everything and everybody. There are days when I don't really want to be responsible for myself. And some of you, the perfect people, won't understand that. But those of us who live a normal, I said normal life, will. You'll get it. And it won't be on the way home. You can't heal what you refuse to feel. You can't. And I know that's cliche, but if you can't feel it, you can't heal it. For a very long time, I used to tell one of my best friends, I didn't know when I was stressing. The only time I could get with it is when my back started hurting. And I would go, "Oh, why is my back starting to hurt?" And my masseuse and my physical therapist would say, "Well, you seem to be a little tense. You might be stressing a bit." And I go, "Oh yeah, I wonder why." I couldn't feel it, so I couldn't heal it. And until I got with that, I couldn't get better. And now I'm so much better that folks sometimes tell me I'm disconnected. I'm not. They think I am, but I'm not. I'm taking care of me. My peace is much lighter than my pride ever was. I had to stop carrying people who could walk. Because guess what? I found out when I wasn't in the room, not only were they walking, but they were talking too. That's right. Stop carrying people who can walk. Love them, pray for them, but let them handle their own luggage. Everybody gets one carry on, and that's their own. Let them have it. Otherwise, get checked by TSA and by life. Get checked. Life can be heavy. And I want to tell you that grief is heavy. I've suffered a lot of grief. I've suffered a lot of loss, right? It's heavy and it's stressful. There is no time frame for grief. There's no time frame for grief. I can't say, "Oh, I'm going to feel better next week," or "I'll feel better today." How you feeling today? How you think I'm feeling? I just lost one of my loved ones. I'm feeling like crap. I don't want this to be real, but I know that it is. I gotta, say it, feel it, and heal it because, every day, life and learning and healing and dealing is a 24/7. And sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. But the idea is simply this: take care of yourself. Stop carrying people who can walk. Because listen, let's just say you won $1 billion and you rode off into the sunset, and all those people you were carrying you left behind, they're not going to fall, they'll walk. I promise you they're going to walk. Not only are they going to walk, but they're going to talk, they're going to feed themselves, they're going to dress themselves, they're going to house themselves, they're going to do a whole lot of things when you get out the way. I make a conscious decision on a regular basis to choose peace and not pressure. I've let some people go that I thought would be in my life forever. And I let them go because it was pressure, it wasn't peace. With one, for example, I woke up and realized one day something happened and it was very simple. And things had been happening and I'd been brushing them off as, oh, that's just the way they are, right? And then one day something happened and it was like something said to me, when are you going to wake up? When are you going to see, smell, and taste that coffee and stop avoiding it? When are you going to do that? It's right here in front of your face. What are you doing? Why are you ignoring this? Prayed about it and I let them go. Does it mean I don't care about them? Of course I care about them. I'll care about them forever, I'm sure. But it doesn't mean I have to deal with the pressure as opposed to the peace, the pressure of a ton of things, right? Just a whole bunch of things. I don't have to deal with that anymore. I've accepted it for what it is. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've accepted it for what it is. I've moved on. I've let them be. I'm not trying to carry them, support them, or do anything else anymore. And it wasn't like I was doing it on a regular basis, but if I had 10 grand, they had 10 grand, right? Real easy. I stopped all of that. And I love them. The lighter my spirit, the clearer my path. I chose peace over pressure. That's right. You know, peace isn't boring. It's the reward for letting go of that which doesn't serve you. And I keep talking about these things because they're realistic and they're life. It's life on life's terms, right? It's life on life's terms. I've learned, excuse me, to let go and let God. There's, uh, it's not my assignment. It's not my assignment. It is not my assignment, and neither is it yours. It's not. Let it go. Choose your peace, not pressure. And tonight, before we close, I'd like to tell you this one thing. I experience strength and hope. Whenever I'm in a tight situation and I know about to get funky and get loose, I choose peace over pressure. I'm not trying to fix it. I'm not trying to convince people to do A, B, C, D, and E. I choose peace. And I'm so much happier. You know, my friends call me. I'm retired. They'll call me and say, what are you doing? Nothing. You were doing that an hour ago. Now I'm looking out the window. What are you looking at? Whatever I want to. Listen, this time right here, I prayed for this time. I remember when I prayed for it, and I'm grateful to have it. Don't work yourself to death. Choose peace over pressure. Let people live and do what they want to do as long as it's not impacting you. Let them live. And in these upcoming elections, and this is hard for a lot of people, stop choosing and betting against the house. Guess who the house is? You. And when you only have two options and two dice, choose one. Stop betting against yourself. Stop gambling against you. Don't do that. There are some things that are quite obvious. If you haven't learned anything these last 10 months, you're never going to learn. And there's nothing we can do about it except pray for you. Sprinkle some water and oil on you. Do something because, woo, you haven't learned yet? Choose peace over pressure. Get to the polls and vote. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with your community. Stop. Stop. That's why we suffer so much. We keep skipping the strategy class. It's all strategy, baby. Politics and strategy. Politics and strategy. That's all it is. And I'm here to tell you this today. And if you don't remember anything else, if you don't start focusing on yourself and your best interests, you're going to continue to suffer. You're going to continue to struggle. And you're going to continue to remain unhealed. And that's in every area of your life. Go get your healing on. Get your life back. Have some fun and live while you're living. And as soon as this cold is gone, I'm going to take a trip somewhere. Have a good evening. I'm telling you, life is short. Live now because eventually we're all going to die.